Hey there, guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, and this is the finale, for real this time.
Yeah, this is the final episode. Well, we'll make it the final episode if we have to. And if you have a problem with it, we'll stuff you in a locker. All right? Or maybe a trunk of a car. Anyway, let's go. Anyway, yeah, in the last episode, we managed to cross-examine Chief Gant. However, the little bastard, the chief has basically used his right to, what was it that he said?
Refuse to
His right
testify.
yeah, he refused to testify. So, well, he walked away, but not until saying a massive threat and stuff.
Yeah, to Lana.
Specifically directed towards Lana about her sister being found guilty of murdering Mr. Marshall. Yeah. However, according to Edgeworth, since he forfeited his right to testify, he's also refused. It means that he can't say anything afterwards. So, yeah. So if we happen to accidentally prove that he's guilty, well, he can't say
object.
shit about it. He refused. Yep. Yeah, he refused to testify. That means he loses the right to say anything. Thus, he can't. He has to take it like a man. A bitch man, but a man nonetheless.
All right, let's get on with this.
Oh, and Emma's gonna be joining us for this final round. Also, February 25, 2:21 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 9. Enjoy. God damn it, man! Hey, the kid's back.
Now then, will the defendant, Miss Lana Sky, please take the stand?
Oh, she looks mad. Miss Lana Sky, you are the chief prosecutor. I'm sure you are aware of what is required of you.
But Mr. Edgeworth, you already know everything. You know all that I've done these past 2 years.
So, it's gonna be like that, is it?
Please provide the court with your testimony, Miss Sky. And remember, you are under oath. We want to hear the truth. Of course, the truth. Oh, come on. She's going to spread a false truth.
Lana, no matter what happens, I'll always be your sister.
Now then, your testimony, if you will. First, tell us about your relationship with Chief Gant. Everything hinges on your testimony. You're the only chance we have to get Gant. I worked alongside Chief Gant for years. There's no truth to this blackmail theory. I fabricated the evidence 2 years ago all by myself. She's okay. Yep, this is a false testimony.
All right. So we're gonna do this the hard way then.
When I found Prosecutor Marshall's body, I rearranged the crime scene. My only motivation was to get Darky convicted. It had nothing to do with Emma.
Okay.
That's a lie.
Oh, really?
Are you sure about this testimony? She's clearly lying. Your Honor, I'm confessing to a capital offense. Of course I'm sure. No, you're not. You're lying.
But Lana,
if this is true, then that means Chief Gant has nothing to do with this. That's what I've been telling you from the beginning.
please, Mr. Wright, you've got to help her. She's sacrificing herself because of me. She's not. I know my own sister. Whenever she speaks stiffy like that, She's hiding something inside. Deep down, she's really screaming in agony.
Yeah, this is no time to start second guessing myself. The defense may now begin its cross-examination.
We can do this the easy way, or we can do it the hard way. And it looks like she chose the hard way. Well, let's get this on.
Alright. You say you did this all by yourself? Yes. Would you mind telling us
Would you mind telling us what you found when you arrived at the crime scene?
Uh-oh. It seems I was the first person to discover the scene. The broken prosecutor award knife was stuck in the victim's body. What? But Prosecutor Marshall died from an unfortunate accident. See, she's lying! That's only a situation you dreamed was impossible. She's in denial about everything. The reality is, it wasn't my sister who took the prosecutor's life. Finish, that's all you want, Mr. Wright, but I'll never change this statement. Oh, you're a bitch.
You mean Prosecutor Marshall wound up being killed by Darky?
Something like that.
If that's so, what happened to the other murder weapon? Darky was carrying a switchblade knife.
Oh, that was lying on the floor a little distance away.
Yeah, sure.
It was probably knocked away in the struggle. That's not how it went down. She's trying to cover up her lies with more lies. All just to protect me.
All just to protect me.
So when you found the scene like this, what did you do? After all, this is what everything boils down to. Why is she keep? Oh my god. Yes. I broke off the tip of Darky's knife, planted it inside the wound, and moved the body. What the hell? She's lying. But why? Why would you do that?
Why would you do that?
You of all people should know, Edgeworth. You always had a good head on your shoulders. My head isn't that bad, but maybe I ought to ask for the sake of the others. When you showed up at on the scene, where exactly was the victim's body? It was where I deduced it was, by Chief Gant's desk. But the body was found
by your desk.
Why did you move it there?
Why did you move it there?
The simple reason for that is simple. Let's have the witness explain this in more detail. The reason Miss Sky moved the body. The pieces of the jar that shattered during the events threatened my plan.
Oh, sure they did. You didn't even know it said Emma at the time.
Objection!
Miss Sky, I understand how you feel. You committed that crime 2 years ago to protect your sister. You mean the forgery at the scene where Neil Marshall was murdered? If that truth were to be exposed now, the past 2 years of your life will have been in vain. Even so, I'm compelled to bring to everyone's attention a significant contradiction within your testimony. A contradiction in my testimony? You testified, and I quote, "The pieces of the jar that shattered during the events threatened my plan." That's right. Do you have a problem with that? It's a simple oversight, really. You see, a message was written on this jar with the victim's blood. Yes, the prosecutor must have written it in his final moments. Exactly so. And this is where the contradiction lies. In order for the victim to be able to write his message on the jar, it must not have yet been broken before he died. He couldn't have written Emma's name on that shattered jar.
Hey! She's lying! Liar! Liar!
Order! Order!
Your Honor, it would appear more information is needed in regard to this jar and its bloody message. We may be missing something critical here.
Something critical?
Chief Prosecutor, it seems you are in the dark as we are. About the truth towards which we're headed.
What?
Just tell us exactly what you saw. We'll piece together the information to arrive at the truth.
Very well. The witness may now continue her testimony. I immediately noticed blood traces on the jar.
Oh, sure you did.
But it was dark in the room and I didn't have time to check it out. To be safe, I wiped away the blood. The fragments were large, so I'm sure I got them all. All I could think about was wiping them clean before they were discovered. Lies. You mean you're the one who wiped away the message in blood? I wasn't chief prosecutor at the time.
She didn't think Darky was the real murderer. That's why she tried to erase the real evidence.
Very well. The defense may now begin its cross-examination.
Immediately, huh? Okay, let's see.
Objection!
Miss Scott, I believe this jar conceals a truth even you were unaware of. What? We found the final piece of this jar in Chief Gant's safe. In the chief's safe? But how? I knew it. She really didn't know. There's something even more disturbing about that final piece. There was still blood on it. But the witness just testified that she gathered every last piece and wiped the blood off of them. Yes, which leaves us with only one explanation. On the night Prosecutor Marshall was murdered, you were not the first one to show up on the scene. Chief Kent got there before you!
Holy shit, she's lying! She's lying! Liar! You're a liar!
But couldn't the defendant have simply missed a piece?
Objection!
I'm afraid that's unlikely. The pieces are too big for anyone to miss, let alone an ace detective. That may well be, but everyone makes mistakes. Even I once wasted an entire day looking for my dentures. Bruh.
Are you kidding me?
Have you forgotten, Your Honor?
Have you forgotten, Your Honor? When this witness arrived at the scene, the jar was already broken.
Oh, that...
There's no way a name could have been written on a shattered jar. Another person discovered the scene prior to the witness.
I hope you're not implying that this person was Chief Gant. At the time, he was looking for Darky downstairs. Besides, even if he was there first, why would he break the jar? The question is, if he did arrive there first, why did he hide that fact for 2 years? Well, Your Honor, can you answer us that? No.
Holy shit!
The judge is trying to defend Gant so hard right now. Wait, I'm not the one on trial here.
Damon Gant arrived at the crime scene prior to the witness. He proceeded to break the jar and purposely hid one of the broken pieces. Question, what is this action called?
Fabrication of evidence. But why would Chief Gant do that?
In light of what happened afterwards, isn't it clear?
What happened afterwards?
Discovering the scene, Lana Skye believed her sister Emma killed the victim. Determined to help her sister, she sought Gant's aid. Lending her his aid, Gant helped her create evidence that incriminated Darky. Sparing Emma, and therein lies the reason. The reason why Mrs. Skye became the chief's puppet.
No. I did it on my own. Stop lying!
Bruh, your lies aren't fooling us
What's it gonna
anymore.
take to get her to crack?
I mean, you legit, please, sis, stop trying to protect the chief. I can't watch you suffer anymore for my sake.
No, you didn't. It wasn't you, Emma. You didn't kill anyone. Don't believe anything Mr. Wright says. Oh, she's trying to turn her own sister against us. Okay. The defense attorneys to make up the most foul lies to defend their clients. Foul lies? Imagine that coming from my own client.
Especially when guilty of a...
I guess you do seem the type who likes to twist the truth.
Ah.
Wait a minute. What if we're still smack dab in the middle of Gant's trap? Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? Lana, maybe right after all.
What do you mean, Wright? So you do tell foul lies then, Mr. Wright?
Oh, come on. Miss Guy, please testify once more. But even if evidence was fabricated behind your back, then Emma's accidental killing of Prosecutor Marshall might also be a lie.
But I do remember knocking over Mr. Marshall.
Miss Skye, if you will. I can't. Oh my God. There's nothing to be afraid of.
There's nothing to be afraid of anymore. This cross-examination may not change the thing. However, there is a possibility that it will if you tell the truth.
Just tell the truth. Very well. I'll testify about what I really saw. She's finally gonna come clean. Alright, testify. Alright, the witness may testify once more for the final time. Yes. When I arrived, I found Mr. Marshall's body impaled on that suit of armor sword. Emma and Darky were.
Sword?
Yep. Emma and Darky were lying lying unconscious on the floor nearby. When I saw what had happened, I thought she did it. That's why I erased all the evidence that linked her to the murder. I had Chief Gant help me remove the body from the sword and carry it. But if all really was fabrication, Emma might be innocent. Yes, she finally told the truth. Yes. Unbelievable. The body was impaled on the armor sword?
You were the only one who saw that. If only you had proof.
Actually, I do have proof. I gave it to Mr. Wright just this morning. Wait, to me? It's a picture of it's a picture I took of the crime scene as I encountered it. I thought it might be needed, but I don't remember receiving a picture like that.
Lana must have known. See, Mr. Wright? She really does have faith in you.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Please present this picture.
You did.
I don't remember receiving any pictures from
You received
Lana.
it in a book, I believe. Lana said she gave it to you this morning, right?
I seem to remember getting something from her then. Then check
Let's
that
check
evidence.
the evidence again. There must be a picture in there somewhere.
Okay,
You're not gonna
check
open
it,
the book?
Check it. Oh, I'm trying to figure out how to open it. What the how do you open this thing? Okay, there we go. Oh. Hey, there's a picture here. Oh my. Oh.
Oh my. This is the actual crime scene. Not... oh, that's Lana.
No other detectives saw the crime scene like this. Because I contacted Criminal Affairs only after I had rearranged everything. Lana's picture inserted into the court record.
Yeah, Mr. Wright. That piece cut out from his vest. Could that be?
The cloth we found inside Chief Gant's safe. What's this? This is a handprint, isn't it? That cloth, it had fingerprints on it. Whose ever fingerprints those are must be the real murderer. What? But those fingerprints, they're yours, Emma. Why are your lips turning purple, Mr. Red? Oh no, we can't.
Anyway, let's get on with the cross-examination. So long as you tell the truth, we should be able to flush out the real murderer.
Very well. The defense may now begin its cross-examination. What the? What the hell is he doing here?
Come now, Udgy. This is the poorest excuse for a trial I've ever seen. What now? You want to make me out as the bad guy too? You are the bad guy. If so, I'd like to put in a word or two in my defense.
Objection!
I'm afraid it's too late for that. What? You already declined to testify. That means you forfeited your right to make a statement of any sort.
This must be that risk we were talking about earlier.
Just sit back and relax, old man, and enjoy the...
Oh, I skipped too fast. Whoa!
Ah, so what? You think I'm worried? Sorry to disappoint you, but I don't need to make any statements. What do you mean? The evidence will do all the talking for me. Even if I can't testify, I can still present evidence.
Yes, that's true. Wait, you mean you still have some conclusive evidence?
No, I don't, but someone does.
Someone?
So, what's your excuse, Righto? Why have you been keeping quiet about it? You do have something to show us, right? Something that proves who knocked over Neil Marshall, causing his death? Conclusive evidence that leaves no room for doubt?
Is this true, Mr. Wright? If I show that piece of evidence now, I'm sure to be made out as the murderer. Mr. Wright, if you have any more evidence, present it now. And if you try to conceal anything, you will be the one appearing before the Board of Inquiries. What do I do now? I better think this through and carefully. I can't afford to make the wrong decision. Should I present that piece of evidence? The one that shows who really killed Prosecutor Marshall? I believe if we show the evidence, I believe we get a game over. Your Honor, I don't have any evidence that I can present at this point in time.
What? You lie!
Chief Gant?
You opened my safe! I know you took what was inside! The conclusive evidence!
I don't know what you're talking about.
Mr. Wright, why don't you show them? We found it together. Oh, I see. It's because you know the truth, don't you? You know whose fingerprints are on it. That's why you won't present it. Oh, he fucked up. What are you talking about, Chief Gant? Can't you figure it out? Take a good look at this picture. See the victim's vest? Notice anything odd about the chest area?
Looks like part of it's been cut out for some reason.
You mean you had this in your safe?
What? That means you, the chief of police, have been concealing evidence! This is going to be the biggest scandal in the history of the police department!
Holy shit, he just admitted! Impressive. To be honest, I didn't think you had the gall, Righto. Well, I can't just let you pin me up as the murderer. I'll tell you what really happened.
What? You mean you admit to it?
I was the first person to arrive at the crime scene that day. It then occurred to me that I could use the situation to control Lana. So you really were manipulating her. I knew Lana. If I made it look like the blame lay with her sister, that when she saw the scene, she would ask me for aid. So you assisted Miss Sky? I told her to arrange all the evidence. I had her plant the knife tip in the victim's body and move the body across the room. And I ended up using that evidence to get Joe Darky convicted. When I tampered with the crime scene, I hid 2 pieces of evidence. This was before Lana arrived at the scene, mind you.
2 pieces of evidence? You mean those items in your safe? But why?
For insurance, of course.
Insurance?
I was sure my plan would work, but it's always best to be prepared for the worst. I wasn't about to let anyone blame me for the murder of that girl committed.
You mean you were calculating that far ahead while forging the evidence?
What do you take me for? A fool? I didn't make police chief by dumb luck. What? See this jar fragment? I hid the most legible part of Emma's name. I didn't expect Lana to go and wipe the blood off all the pieces.
Objection!
But if you fabricated all the evidence, what's to say you didn't fabricate the message on this jar too? Oh. Some people just don't know when to quit, do they? That's why I kept one more item for insurance. You mean that piece of cloth? Come on, Wright, cough it up already. I know you have it. What are you waiting for, Mr. Wright?
So you admit to it then, Chief Gant? That you were hiding the cloth to cut off the victim's... You cut off the victim's vest in your safe?
Yes, I admit it. I didn't want to have to do that being cheap and all. But it's too late. But it's a lot better than being portrayed as a murderer.
Well, Mr. Wright, what do you have to say for yourself? Just a moment ago, you said you didn't have any evidence you could present.
Foolish move, Righto. You should have shown it then, before it was too late.
It's been a long battle. But the moment of truth has finally arrived. As long as I don't mess up here, victory is mine! Your Honor, I do have evidence to present now. Alright then, let's see this conclusive evidence. The evidence that shows who actually murdered Prosecutor Marshall. The cloth.
Take that!
Let me verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of the victim's vest?
Oh, yes! At last, you finally brought it out into the open.
There's a handprint on this piece of cloth.
Your Honor, the prosecution requested it to be immediately sent to the lab for analysis.
Edgeworth, we've already done that.
This handprint on the leather. There must have been a strong impact for it to be left so clearly.
You mean...
It could not have been forged. It must be authentic, conclusive evidence. Holy shit! It has to be true! Oh. You're as slow on the uptick as ever, Worthy. What? Think about it. Righto had all this time to present this evidence. Yet he was reluctant to do so. Why would that be? You mean you already know? You know whose fingerprints are on that? Mr. Wright, do you really know?
Whoever the fingerprints belong to must be the real murderer. Whose fingerprints are they? Very well, I'll tell you. It should be okay now. Everything's proceeding as predicted. The person to whom these fingerprints belong to is...
Take that!
Emma? Emma Sky?
What? They're mine?
I'm sorry, Emma.
But why? Why didn't you tell me? What the fuck? Oh. You really something, Rado. You knew this girl did it all along. And you still tried to pin the murder on me. Wait, that wasn't that murder we were pinning on you.
It's true. Tragic, but true. This girl really did shove Prosecutor Marshall to his death. How could you? You monster! Miss Sky. You whose fingerprints were those all along, yet you acted like she really didn't? Miss Sky, it's not over yet. What? I said this trial isn't over yet.
Ha! But I'm afraid it is over, boy. Not only this trial, but your career too. I think you forgot what this trial was supposed to be about. You purposely concealed this conclusive evidence. That, my friend, is a serious offense. I'm looking forward to pressing charges after the defendant is convicted. I'll have your badge, boy.
He's really not going to say anything?
What's the matter? Can't cut your tongue? Aren't you going to tell us how it feels? How it feels to be the one who single-handedly turned a poor little girl into a murderer? You don't realize that you fucked up, right?
Before I do that, there's just one little thing I have to clear up.
Oh? And what's that?
Who really killed Prosecutor Neil Marshall? What? Chief Gant, you are absolutely right. This piece of cloth proves the real murderer is. Who killed Neil Marshall, you ask? It was Emma Sky, wasn't it? I'm afraid that's not possible. You see, this piece of cloth contains a critical contradiction.
What? A contradiction? What is this fool babbling about?
I'm talking about a contradiction, one that proves who the real killer is.
Huh? There's more?
But Mr. Wright, this piece of cloth, what could it possibly contradict? Chief Gant, your tyrannical reign ends here. Behold, the piece of evidence that contradicts this cloth.
And what exactly is this supposed to be?
This is a picture Miss Sky took. Take a good look at it. See where the piece of his vest was cut out? Yes. His shirt is showing underneath. It's hard to make out with all the blood on his vest, though. Exactly my point. His chest was soaked with blood. That's only natural. His lungs no doubt were punctured. Blood poured out from his mouth. Oh, but that piece of cloth. Wait. There's no blood on it.
Ah!
Since Emma Sky's fingerprints are on this cloth, there's no doubt that she shoved the prosecutor aside. However, Mr. Marshall was not impaled on the sword at that time!
No! This is nonsense!
Now then, Chief Gant, let me ask you something. Prosecutor Marshall was not impaled when he was shoved aside.
He most likely hit his head on the ground and was knocked out.
If so, then tell me, who could it have been? Who could have arrived at the scene before Miss Lana Sky and picked up the unconscious prosecutor and impaled him on the armor's sword.
Then to make it look like Emma was responsible for the prosecutor's death, said person proceeded to write to write her name on the jar with the victim's blood. A jar that they then broke on purpose to leave behind a clue and make Lana believe her sister did it.
Remember what you admitted only moments ago? That you personally cut out the bloodless piece of the victim's vest? Ironic, isn't it? Through the very act of creating insurance, you proved that you were the actual murderer.
No!
It's finally all over. Oh my god.
That was close, Wright. You almost had me. Oh, he's still not giving up. Sorry, but you'll have to do better than that. I refute your allegations.
What do you mean you refute his allegations?
You see that piece of cloth? Is illegal evidence. What the fuck is he talking about now? What the hell is he saying?
Order, what nonsense is this?
Illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a suspect. Remember, Uji? Earlier, old Rhino here concealed that piece of cloth. So then, what's your excuse, Rhino? You do have some conclusive evidence, don't you?
Your Honor, I don't have any evidence I can present at this point in time. Well, that's true. The defense did refuse to present evidence.
At that moment, that piece of cloth ceased to be legal evidence. But that's not fair. Did you actually think you could best me in court? It looks like the last laugh's on you, son. Actually. Holy shit! God damn it, man!
I'm afraid Mr. Gant's claim is legally correct. Well, Mr. Edgeworth?
True. Illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a person. Assuming, of course, that the evidence is indeed illegal.
Well, Mr. Wright? Uh-oh. It seems at last. The time for me to reveal my plan has finally arrived. Mr. Wright, do you admit to it?
Time.
You purposely illegally concealed this piece of cloth? I did not. I admit I refused to present it at one point.
Aha! So the evidence is illegal.
Objection!
No, it isn't, Mr. Gant.
Huh?
No, it's not that I didn't present evidence then. It's that I couldn't. What do you mean you couldn't? There are certain procedures involved when presenting evidence.
No! Audrey, don't listen to his lies! He's nothing but a coward! You can't really believe! There is only one issue left to be resolved in this trial. Is this evidence legal or not?
Very well. Let us settle this once and for all. Earlier, you refused to present evidence. If you can prove your conduct was not in violation of the law, then do so now. Well, that would be the evidence law book.
Take that!
This is my proof, Your Honor.
What's this?
I've done my homework too, Chief. Indeed, Emma Scott's fingerprints were on this piece of cloth. However, at that point in time, this was merely a piece of cloth, nothing more.
What?
You see, it's written here in this book, the second rule of evidence law.
Ugh. No! Rule number 1. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department.
I found this piece of cloth myself inside your safe. It goes without saying I did not have approval from the police department.
Rule number 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial.
And here is the crux of the matter. You see, at the time, it was impossible for me to prove the relevance between the cloth and the SL9 incident.
What kind of nonsense is this? You want relevancy? Just take a look at this picture and...
Objection!
Sorry, but you can't recall when that picture was presented? Wait, but can you recall when that picture was represented? That was shown only a few moments ago.
No! He's right. At the beginning of today's trial, that piece of cloth was still meaningless.
The person who gave it value as evidence was you, Damon Gant.
You yourself confessed to a certain truth. Yeah, bro, you fucked up. You fucked up.
Let me verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of the victim's vest?
Oh, yes! No! It was then that you approved this cloth as conclusive evidence. Yes, you, the chief of police, personally approved this cloth.
The only person who could have cut this cloth from the victim's vest is the one who stood before Prosecutor Marshall in his final moments. In other words, the real murderer, and there's only one person who that could be. Damon Gant, the killer was you!
No.
Then he lost his goddamn mind.
I knew I should have gotten rid of him. That good-for-nothing scum. For 2 years, he's been snooping around the department trying to get something on me. Crimes are being committed every day, yet he insisted on hounding me. Well, your crime wasn't exactly petty. He wanted me to reinvestigate the case. He recruited Angel Star, then convinced Bruce Goodman.
Detective Goodman?
Yeah, that's right. Fuck. Damn.
You gave him like a cowboy accent or something.
If the evidence is transferred, I lose my only chance to find out the truth. Please, you've got to help me. Yeehaw! God, Goodman turned him down as he ought to. Still, State Marshal didn't know when to quit. He stole Goodman's ID card and tried to take the evidence. Goodman came to me that day. He wanted to file a lost item report. I went with him to the evidence room. Then all of a sudden he decided to speak out. What are you talking about, Goodman?
Can you
Can
please,
you please reopen the... Oh, that's Goodman.
Can you please reopen the investigation, Chief? We can't transfer the evidence out. There are too many questions left unanswered.
He opened his evidence locker, and as he was taking the evidence out, he said,
It's not too late. I'm going to hand this over to Marshall.
well, to be honest, I was a bit taken aback by his words. I had a bad feeling when he came to see me, but I never thought he'd bring up SL9. That's when I saw it. That accursed knife.
And he killed him with it.
I couldn't just pull it out. Doing so would have only led to more blood, making it near impossible to hide your crime. Even so, blood was just pouring out. I didn't know who might stumble in, so I hurried to wipe it up. I was worrying so much about the floor I didn't realize my fatal mistake.
The bloody handprint on Detective Gumshoe's locker.
I used to be known as the crime computer. But everyone has to start somewhere, I guess. I was too nervous. I had no business doing any of it. Then you put the body in my car. I'm sorry. I couldn't think of any other way to move the body. I broke your trunk, but what's the big deal? You make a lot more than us detectives ever will. Grrr.
Leaving the prosecution's car aside, how could you get Miss Sky involved in all of this?
Well, she had as much to lose as I did, if the truth came out. So you took the evidence from Detective Goodman's locker. I felt bad for having to do it. I also didn't have time to pick and choose what to take.
So, you left the jar fragments and the glove.
Yeah. It looks like I was better off being an investigator of crimes than a committer. They all did their best to get it my way. I got to hand it to them. They do their jobs well, much to my dismay. Fake evidence doesn't hold up very well upon close examination. You must have known that. Tell me, Worthy, why do you stand in court? Me? You despise criminals. I can't feel it. You and me, we're the same. One day you'll understand. Oh, believe me, you will. You're just one man. You'll see what it really takes to bring them down once you try to go it alone. Well, looks like it's time to say goodbye. Oh, Udgy.
What?
Looks like we'll have to cancel that lunch date. Sorry, old friend.
I'm sorry too, Damon Gant. I knew you as you used to be long ago. You were once a fine investigator and an example to others on the force. I'm sorry to learn that you are no longer that person.
Those days are gone now, Edgy. Thanks for all the memories, though. Don't worry, you'll be fine. Now you have Wright here. And Worthy. With these two around, you can't go wrong. In fact, I can hear them already. The melodious sounds of a new beginning.
There are two things I want you to understand. Yes. First, your sister never hurt anyone. Second, Damon Gant betrayed you from the very beginning. You see, Miss Sky, you no longer have any reason to keep silent. You're right. When this trial is over, I'll tell everything. All that I've done these past 2 years. From the time I had Gant help me forge evidence up until today. So, it seems all the questions raised in this trial have been answered. I'm sorry, Miss Sky. I couldn't get you out of all of your trouble. My. What high standards you have for a rookie. I can see why Mia thought so highly of you. Who knows, a few years from now, you just might make it to the top. Smiling? I owe my thanks, Mr. Wright. Miss Sky. And you too, Mr. Edgeworth. You suffered every bit as much as I have over these past few days. Believe me, I know how much of an ordeal it's been for you.
It was nothing.
Liar. I was worried the pressure might break you. And yet, you rose above it all and guided Mr. Wright to victory. You've done well, Mr. Edgeworth.
Stop it. I only did my job.
In light of this case, it seems a good self-examining is in order for all of us. Miss Sky, yes, Your Honor, you are innocent of murder. However, although the chief blackmailed you, the fact is you still acted as his accomplice. A trial will be scheduled for these crimes at a later date. Yes, I understand, Your Honor. Is there something amusing about all of this? Why are you smiling? It's been a long time, Your Honor. A long time since I felt free of these heavy chains. Well, this trial has gone on far too long already. Regarding the charge of murder, the court finds the defendant Miss Lana Sky, and this is going to be the sweetest verdict of them all. Has been found not guilty.
Hooray! Yeah!
Yes.
She's kind of bad though. Alright, sorry about that.
That is all. This court is adjourned.
Oh, February 25, 5:03 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Ooh.
At long last, it's finally over. Emma? Why the long face? Sorry your sister didn't get completely off the hook, but at least she wasn't convicted of murder. For murder she didn't commit.
No, that's not it. Just now, after the trial ended.
I can see why Mia Fey thought so highly of you. I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright. And you too, Mr. Edgeworth.
You know, I did my best too.
Yes, you did.
But Lana didn't say a single word to me. Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals. Though I probably am. Yeah, looks like I did. Oh, guess I am. Sorry, pal. I'll come back later.
Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it?
You're doing this on purpose, aren't you? Making a detective run all around while on duty? Well, didn't you get fired? And on top of it all, you call me here? I've seen happier people at funerals. Bro, you've already said this.
Two different
lighten up,
times.
pal. I'm only kidding. Okay. About to say, oh, are you here because of my sister again? Nope, not this time. I came today because of you, pal. Me? That's right. I thought you'd like to see someone. Lana.
Should you be doing this? She's still under arrest, you know.
Well, I won't tell if you won't.
Emma, I owe you an apology.
It's okay, sis. Don't worry about it.
That day 2 years ago. Was the first time in my life I ever panicked. It was all I could do to keep myself from screaming. All I could think about was keeping you from getting wrapped up in that mess. Sit.
Sis.
I asked Gantz to help me cover up the truth. I thought I was doing it for your sake, but now I realize I was wrong. I changed after that day. I had to. It was the only way I could make it through the past 2 years. I knew how much I was hurting you by distancing myself, but I couldn't bring myself to tell you what I did. I was scared that you'd look at me with those eyes of yours. I was scared of how you'd react if you knew.
But sis, you were the only doing it for me.
No.
Huh?
I turned my back on you that day. In hiding what I believed to be the truth, I was deceiving you.
Sis.
I'm such a fool. It took me all this time to realize it. Emma, I'm so sorry.
But sis, you don't have to apologize. I'm happy now.
You're happy?
Of course. You know, sis, I always knew that one day you'd come back. And now you have.
Oh, Emma. Emma!
Aww.
That's the thumbnail right there. No one can change the past. The only thing we can do is strive to make up for our mistakes. We must make up for our mistakes, you ask? Why must we make up for our mistakes, you ask?
No, I didn't ask you that.
Because in doing so, we can find the way back to our rightful path. And it is from there that we can move on toward a brighter future. At least that's what I felt watching the two sisters make up. Mr. Wright, Mr. Gumshoe.
Me?
Thank you both for all that you've done. I'm sure we'll meet again someday. Isn't that right, Edgeworth? Edgeworth? Stop hiding and come over here. Look at his face. Where was he hiding?
I just came to say congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Right.
Well, I'll be going now.
Mr. Edgeworth, I hope you don't blame yourself for what happened. We were the ones who acted corruptly, not you. It's too late for me.
It's too late for me. No matter what anyone may say, I realize today that I can't correct my mistakes. Mr. Edgeworth. Not only that, but I don't even trust myself anymore. Chief Gant was right. You despise criminals. I can feel it. You and me, we're the same. One day you'll understand. Oh, believe me, you will. You're just one man. You'll see what it really takes to bring them down once you try to go it alone. I do despise criminals. I plan to dedicate my entire life to fighting them. But in order to fight crime on my own, I need a weapon. It's scary, but I've known that to be true for quite some time now.
But Edgeworth...
Who knows? Given enough time, I might have tried to pull something like Chief Gant did. That thought terrifies me. That's why I can't continue on as a prosecutor.
Edgeworth, don't you understand? Damon Gant and your mentor, Manfred von... I'll go ahead and let you say it. Manfred.
Okay. Manfred von Karma!
We're both the best of the best when it came to fighting crime. But they both made the same mistake. You said in order to fight crime on my own, I need a weapon. That may be true, but think back to the day's trial. You weren't alone. You were working together with Mr. Wright. And because of that partnership, you were able to present evidence that otherwise would have gone undiscovered. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? Huh? What? Oh, yeah. What's this, a pop quiz?
Come on, Mr. Wright. Show him what Lana is talking about.
Something that neither Edgeworth nor I would have been able to find out on our own. Wouldn't that be the evidence law book? Oh, wait.
What evidence was it?
Oh, the evidence list.
Take that!
That's the picture I drew.
You had one half of the evidence list, and I had the other. Apart, we wouldn't have been able to completely restore Emma's picture. That didn't just happen by chance, Mr. Edgeworth.
It's time for me to go. Mr. Edgeworth, if you'll excuse me, there are still some loose ends that need wrapping up. Take care, Chief Prosecutor.
And now he's gone. Edgeworth, what will you do now? Well, whatever you do, just remember, you can let what happened. You can let what happened kill the prosecutor in you, or you can let it help you grow. In the end, it's up to you.
I know. It seems I owe you my thanks too, right? But what I face now is my problem.
Edgeworth, I'll be waiting for you in court.
Farewell.
I'd better be going too.
Okay. But I'll be by to visit soon.
It seems we both have a lot of learning and catching up to do. Here, this is a little something for you.
Scientific investigations.
The first book I ever bought. Study it well.
Thanks, sis. I will.
And so, another case came to a close. As for the sisters, I have faith. Faith that their lives have only just begun. And as for me, I think it's time I started on a new journey of my own. A journey to rediscover myself.
Well, don't go trekking off just yet, pal.
Huh? What is it, detective?
There's just a little matter to be resolved about the chief prosecutor. You see, she isn't supposed to be out of jail like this. But
I thought you said it was okay.
yeah, well, it may be okay with me, but the folks at the prison are a different story.
Huh?
Basically, I had to bribe a guard in order to sneak her out of for 30 minutes. Believe me, it wasn't cheap either. Way to go, detective. I didn't know you had a wild side. Yeah, well, you see, Mr. Wright here's the one who'll be footing the bill.
Oh, that's messed up. Huh? Huh?
What? You think I could afford it with my salary? You gotta be kidding me, pal.
Huh? Huh? Huh?
Thank you, Mr. Wright. You're the best. Ah, come on. Well,
Why is it I suddenly feel like I want to scream?
hey, I got an idea. Why don't we all go pay it off together? You bastard. Yeah, that's a great idea. Come on, guys. Let's go.
Wow, and that's
okay,
it.
This is the ending credits.
Well,
Although I think there's something at the end of the credits, though. Oh.
wow.
Okay, I think this is like for the characters now. But yeah, there will be something at the end. So, by the way, what'd you think of the game?
I loved it.
Man, I said the same thing when I first.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Still, my favorite scene in the game is when that witness took his wig and threw it at Phoenix. That's still my favorite.
Yeah, man, like I remember the first time, like, man, like all I did was like, honestly, like at first I wasn't really interested in this game because of how it sounded and stuff, but man, once I checked it out, I just fell in love with this game. Like, it was just an experience I'll never forget. Like, it was really, really something. Like, I enjoyed the storytelling, the humor, and the way the characters interact. Like, it truly was fun. Oh, hey, it's him again.
Officer Meekins. Oh, damn it!
Are you kidding me? They still let him keep that? But yeah, man, like, you know, at first I thought that this was a game that I would never be interested in, but but one day I don't know, for some reason I decided to check it out, and I just really fell in love with it. Like, it was really a fun experience, to the point that I just couldn't put it down. I had to check out every single entry of the game. And yeah, that's where it all started for me. Like, there goes the blue badger. But yeah, it is truly a fun experience. Like, also, it doesn't even need to be all action-y or nothing just to be a good game. Like, it really does prove it to that. Oh, hey, it's Marshall.
Oh man, alright, should we give our review of the game?
I mean, like, let's see, like, I mean, like, I know, like, this is an old game, but still, it is a pretty fun game, and personally, for me, it is the first game in the series, but for me, personally, I give it a 7 to an 8 out of 10. I just loved it that much, and I thought everything just works well for it. What do you give it?
Yeah, I'd probably give it like a 7 or 8 also.
Yeah, like, it's just, I really enjoyed this guy's journey and everything, like. Oh, no, also, interesting fact about this, like, the last case, I believe, was a case added in the DS version of the game, because this game originally came out for the Game Boy. But, you know, we never got the Game Boy version over here. But when it got ported to the DS, they gave it an extra episode at the end. But man, I just really love the characters and stuff. Like I don't know, like even the villains, for that matter. I don't really hate them per se because of just how much personality and entertaining they were when they showed up and stuff. Like, sure, like, for example, Von Karma is definitely a piece of shit, but I can't deny that motherfucker got personality though. As well as oh hey, it's Maya.
Oh man.
But yeah, we are gonna do every single Ace Attorney game,
Yep,
right?
I believe
Eventually?
the next one is Trials and Tribulations, I think.
Yeah, that
And then
one
Justice for All will
think,
come after that.
Yeah. But yeah.
And as well as
but
the
man,
other ones like
still...
the Ace Attorney Chronicles and Apollo Justice. We're gonna cover those.
Oh yeah. There's that one also. Like it's about like that one. That one is one that I haven't checked out yet. Oh hey, him again.
The Bellboy.
But yeah, I believe that one has Phoenix Wright's ancestor in it.
Yep. The Ace Attorney
yeah.
Chronicles. Yeah.
Oh, it's Emma now. But yeah, then there's also like Edgeworth's
Edward's
spin-off
game.
series.
Yep.
Which I don't know. Are we gonna do that also, or?
I don't even think that's available on the PlayStation Store.
Yeah, because I'm trying to remember. Is it even
Pretty sure-
available?
I'm pretty sure it's only a DS
Like, I'm pretty sure it's
exclusive
not,
or
right?
something. Yeah.
Like I don't think it. Like yeah, I don't think.
I don't think it's ever come out on console.
Like yeah, like we would have to do an entirely different thing to record that one though.
Yeah.
If we ever did decide, if we ever did decide to do it, unfortunately. But yeah, I don't think there's a. Even though there is multiple games of that one, I don't think there's a trilogy or you know a bundle of them yet. At least not in the console. But oh, it didn't show up. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well,
All right.
I
So, all right,
thought they would have
now.
included that scene in there, but I guess not. I guess
No.
we'll only see it in the beginning of the next game. But yeah, the next game we're gonna do is not gonna be Ace Attorney or sequel because you know we're trying to do different games each time. But we will get back to it at some point. The next game I believe is one that I'm basically gonna be completely blind for because I never really checked it out or all I know are the characters and that's it. Next game is gonna be Final Fantasy VII Remake. And
we
I'll
have to cover that
mostly be
before. Yeah,
reacting.
we pretty much picked that one out because Rebirth will be coming out in 2 months, so we have to cover it.
So yeah, we'll be doing that one. Although it'll mostly be me reacting. I'm pretty sure my buddy here already beat the game, but like as for me, I don't know shit about it. All I know is the characters, and that's that. Because I mean, the only games I've played, because the only thing related to Final Fantasy VII that I've played are, well, the original game, which I haven't finished yet because, goddamn, the game's long and I'm kind of doing all the side quests and everything. And you know, I just haven't felt like playing it. But I did beat Crisis Core, and goddamn, did that game made me cry. Damn, I'm still hurting from the inside. But hey. That's pretty much all I know about it. So all I know of the characters in this game, because I've heard the only thing I've seen are just the trailers, and I've heard that the story is different from the original 7. Like it's not an exact remake of the game, but different story. I don't know. It's a bit of a weird thing. It's kind of like a remake sequel or something like that. But yeah, I'll mostly be going, but I'll be going in blind. Like I'll actually react to it being blind because I don't know much else.
Yeah, but yeah, Final Fantasy VII Remake is going to be the next game. It's going to be the next game, and then afterwards, given the circumstances, Persona 3 Reload, we're going to be covering that. And I think the plan is going to be covering both Persona 3 Reload and Final Fantasy VII Rebirth around the same time, pretty much.
Oh yeah, I guess. Yeah, that is what we plan to do. Although, but yeah, for 7 Remake, I have pretty much I'm going blind. For Persona 3 Reload, I did beat the original game and beat the portable and the answer mode, so I am mostly familiar with that one story. But who knows? There might be a few surprises in there for me at least.
But yeah.
But for the most part, I already know the plot for the most part. But yeah, unless of course they changed it. But I don't know. It is a remake, but although I am looking forward to hearing that P3 soundtrack again.
Yes.
God damn, do I love that soundtrack.
All right. So yeah, within the next day or two, we will go ahead and begin Final Fantasy VII Remake. But until then, thank you guys so much for watching this, and we will see you next time.
And if you don't, I'll stuff you in a locker.